Hey guys, it's F. Today I'll be talking about Roblox, what to expect from Roblox, and how to make the best of it. The main talking points today will be what Roblox is, what different types of games you can play in Roblox, how you can learn from it, how you can profit from it, and the different communities, and of course the bad parts of it. This video can go out to parents, kids, anyone who's just interested in Roblox, I guess. And then we're going to end it up with a quick recap of everything. So, today, we'll be starting off with the different types of games. Now, Roblox has many games, like, many games. It has anything from weird roleplay games to military simulators to just leveling up games like Swordburst 2 or Miner's Haven, whatever that is. I don't play it. Now, the type of game you want to play it can range from a lot. But that's because Roblox is not a game itself, it's a system that games are built onto. That's the biggest misconception that people have, I guess. It's not a game, it's a platform where people make games. Like Minecraft. Minecraft is a game by itself, but it's also a platform that people can make other games off of, like Hypixel. So, moving on. The different types of games that you can play really range, and depending on how well they are, it really is based off the community. Like, Adopt Me's community, very, very annoying. I must say, I don't like them. But that's just one of the many communities. There's also the military communities. Those people tend to be much more mature, much more strict, instead of the light-hearted, chilling out. And then there's also, YouTubers, there's developers, traders, which I'll be talking about later in the how to profit section of that. But those are all different types of games you can play, and that semi-describes what Roblox is. It's just a platform. Now, how can you learn from it? Well, Roblox, you can make games, right? I already stated that many times. But to make the games, you actually have to build, right? Or you can hire someone to do it. But that will teach you how to manage your money, how to not spend it like an idiot, how to be able to direct things. Like in military groups, you're in charge of leading others. You have to lead them. And that's a good learning point, especially for really anyone, any age. You have to be able to lead others so they can look for you or look up to you for motivation or any sense of guidance. Now, that's not the only way you can learn from it. There is Roblox trading, and that's a phenomenal way to learn how to manage stocks in a sense. So the way Roblox items work is if it has a limited item, then you can trade that. And limited items, their prices are not set in stone, like, let's say, items made by Roblox. Those are set in stone, they're not changing unless there's a sale. Limited items, the price of it is entirely based on the community, the people who own it, the people who sell it. That trading value of it can change it drastically. If somebody sells it for one, the value of it drops down by a lot. If somebody sells it for a lot more than what it's worth, then it projects up, and that's called a projected item. Now, moving on, you can learn from this in many ways, especially with developing. You can learn how to code from just basic YouTube videos or build, and there are a lot of them that are very helpful. A great way to get into developing would be graphic art. If you're good at artwork, you can sell that. You can sell that for money, Robux, whatever you want. And that's a great way just to get your foot stepped into the developing area. Like, it doesn't have to be hand-drawn art or digitally drawn art. It can be digitally rendered, like Blender. Blender is a very simple thing to use, and a lot of people use it. And coding, pretty sure Roblox uses Lua script, but that's something you can learn, and if you become good enough at it, you can make money off of it. And that moves us into how you can profit from it. So trading wise, you have to spend money to buy a limited, and you have to buy a premium, which is a monthly fee, which allows you to upload images or shirts and trade items. Well, that's good and all, but is it really? You also get some Robux, so if you buy the 1 month supply of Robux, or no, 1 month premium supply, I guess, then you can actually get a start of trading. But just getting one limited item and starting from that is very hard. I'd suggest getting at least 2 or 3 items and moving on from that. Next thing I'd suggest doing would be finding a website called Rollymons. Now, Rollymons is a great trading site. You can post your trade advertisements there. It's super helpful. One of the best places I've ever been on. And that's how you can find people trading items that if you want them, you can find it. Now, this is a bit strange in my opinion, but people will tend to buy items that aren't that good. Now, don't USD buy items like on rbx.place. That will get your account banned, so don't do that. But if you see an item that is not getting many sales, it's not going up, it's not doing much, and it's just going down, don't trade for that. That's just bad. That's losing money. Now, if you really like the item and it's for some avatar or something, then sure, go ahead. It doesn't matter. But if you're trying to get a trade value and you're trying to make money, don't trade for items that you think look cool. Trade for the ones that have the best statistics. Now, moving on to the different communities of Roblox. Oh my god. There are a lot of communities on Roblox. If you just look on advertisements, you'll see many. Just from my screen alone, I'm seeing Sky Wars, Lil Nas X support thing, I guess. But there are many, many, many different communities. There's anime communities, there's a lot of military and plane ones, there's groups, there's a lot of roleplay ones, and then there's not the super big ones, but there's still communities. So far, what I've seen from my 4-ish years of playing Roblox is the ones that I've stick to the most were anything that had to do with aviation and military-based groups. Now, that would include Star Wars and just semi-roleplay games like USM 1960s. That's a group that's very good in my opinion. If you are a constant viewer of this channel, you'll know that that's essentially all my content. It all comes from that. Now, this is an advertisement to that, but that's a community which would be better suited for teenagers, like at least 13 and older. And don't get triggered easily. That's a very important thing. People will get triggered in groups and then leave them and then come back and try to ruin it. That's just a dick move. Don't do that. That's just mean, rude, whatever you want to call it. But that's just being a dick. You don't want to just try to destroy someone else's work because you don't like them. That's just being a dick. Now, One of my favorite games is actually called Star Wars Space Battle. And this is just Star Wars, but you're flying jets, well, spaceships essentially, and you're trying to shoot each other down. It's a simple game. But, of course, people will rage, and then the casual "I'll report you and get you banned" comes up, which is annoying and stupid. But that's just something people have to deal with. There's also the, role-play groups. I haven't really been with most of those. I haven't stayed in them. Most of the time, I'm just there to see what the heck is even going on. Because from an outsider's point of view, it doesn't really make sense to me. Now, of course, in games that have to revolve around money, or any type of trading system, like Assassin, Assassin was a pretty popular game. People would sell their items for real life money. Now, the most recent case of this is with Adopt Me. Adopt Me is currently the biggest game on Roblox, and it has, at the point of recording, it has 332,000 people playing it, and they're just learning how to trade. So Adopt Me has taken a step onto how to prevent this, especially with scams. And scams is nothing new for any game. Scams is they most likely will happen if you are a minor or if you're just dumb. Like, of course, if you get scammed, you will probably feel bad, but that's your fault. You're the one who pressed trade. Don't ever trust anyone with trades. But if they go into your account and hack it and then press the trade buttons, then that's not your fault. Then you have a reason to be mad or sad. But if you're the one who pressed trade or accept on that and got yourself scammed, well, then you're the sucker. You're just dumb. Now, there's also some really, really good innovative games like Plane Crazy, a game where you have to essentially make a plane. It's like simple planes, but easier. It teaches people how to use propulsion, how to make blocks, how to make everything work. There's also how to build a boat for treasure. That'll teach people how to make defenses and such. But Plane Crazy, in my opinion, is the best teaching game out of all of them, because it'll teach them what flaps are for, what stabilizers are for, why we need propulsion on an aircraft, what lift is for. It teaches them that. And it's simple enough that anyone can really get into it as long as they do the tutorial. Now, there are many different ways to have fun on Roblox, like HCBB, which is essentially Roblox baseball. Yes, that's a thing. You can play baseball on Roblox. You can also play football or soccer and make friends out of that. Now, Roblox will allow you to play essentially any game, but if you're in like Bloxburg or sometimes, there will be a set price that you have to pay to play the game, especially for beta games. So you actually have to pay Robux for that, with more purchases inside the game if you want stuff. Now, Robux is the currency of Roblox entirely. You can, of course, go to the little Roblox website and click on the Roblox icon. It'll show two things. It'll show your current Robux balance, and if you click that, it'll show your transaction history. And if you press buy Robux, then it'll bring you to the buying Robux site. Now, if you subscribe with Premium, which I have, then it will show you what prices you would have gotten, but what prices you can get because you're subscribed. So if you weren't subscribed and you did have premium, $5 would have gotten you 400 Robux. But if you do have premium, $5 will get you 440. So it's a little bonus. Now, around 2018, I believe, Roblox did a dip in their prices. So originally, $100 would be able to get you about 1,600 Robux, I think. But now, $100 will get you 10,000 Robux if you're not subscribed, and 11,000 Robux if you did. So, there was also this one option, which was a $200 Robux option. And I'm pretty sure that got you around 30,000 Robux. It was a much better deal than what this is. But, we have to move on with it. But in the avatar shop, there's another way to make Robux. And this is the community creations or clothing. Now, community creations is it's what other players made, like other player made hats, and they're able to make money off of people buying it. And they're normally popular. A lot of people buy them because they're good. They're Roblox players that know what Roblox wants, or the Roblox community wants. And it's an amazing way, except it really, really went poorly wrong. It's screwed up, and I don't really like it. But if you want, you can make money off that, but you do need to be a respected developer and really high up in the hierarchy of Roblox players, essentially. Now, clothing and collectibles, that's another way. So, collectibles are the limiteds. And if you want to buy a limited with Robux, you're actually buying it from another player and then taking it and putting it into your inventory. And they get the money that you paid. So the player that sold it will get the money that you just used to buy it, minus a 30% fee, which goes to Roblox. Now, clothing is shirts, t-shirts, pants. Those are all items, clothing, that are made by Roblox developers or designers. You can find many different types of clothing. You can find almost anything. There's Star Wars robes to, casual clothes. Freaking Miss Santa Claus is what I see. But there's a lot of things that you can get. There's also military uniforms, etc. Developers, they make a crap load of money as long as you're good. If you're not a good developer, then I don't expect you to make any money. From the developers I've talked with, they've made at least $30K with big projects. That's almost $300-ish if you were to buy that Robux. Okay, now one quick interruption for a word or message from my sponsor, I guess. Now, I won't say his or her name, but one person who originally paid me to advertise his group changed his request, and he wanted me to tell everybody to don't give limited items, to friends on Roblox. Don't trust anyone with that, or your password. Don't do that, because apparently he got scammed and he lost about 10-ish thousand value in items, and that's like $100 if you were to buy it. So $100 loss. Don't trust anybody with that. Now back to the video. Now moving on to the bad parts of Roblox. That would include trolls. And scammers. Those two are really the bad parts of Roblox. There is also exploiters, hackers, and just people who are straight up dicks. But that's basically the main summary of bad Roblox players. So hackers, everyone knows what a hacker is. Exploiters are people that use exploit cheats or codes to give themselves essentially bonus powers sometimes. So you can see people flying around in a game where you're not supposed to be flying, or walking through walls. That's just cheating. Another thing, scammers. I already briefly talked about this, but scammers are just people. Normally, they're at least teenagers or older, manipulating little kids who don't really know what they're doing. So, as I said before, Adopt Me. A lot of people make money off Adopt Me, and I've seen from the Discord servers I'm in, people selling Adopt Me items. Now, Discord is a whole different thing that I don't really need to talk about, but most Roblox communities use Discord, and to be on Discord, you need to be of the age of 13, or maybe a little older than, maybe I'd suggest 13 and a half, but you have to be at least a teenager with Discord terms of service, or else your account will be banned. And this is to prevent any of the crap that Discord has, and we don't want the little kids seeing that. So there's a lot of things like NSFW, offensive memes, racist memes, posts that just go against other people's religions and beliefs, and that's falls under being a dick. A lot of people will AA or admin abuse Discords or groups that they got kicked out of because they're mad, and that's being a dick. Like, you don't want to do that. Scammers, scum of the earth, kinda. And the last thing I have to say, do not buy items from other people. Do not sell your items. That will get your account banned. RBX.place, don't do it. Freaking the Discords, don't sell your items because you can get scammed off that. Don't sell it because it's also against the terms of service for Roblox, and your account can get banned. It's a bad idea. Just enjoy Roblox for what it is. Make friends with the community. Don't be screwing around playing some NSFW games, posting weird crap that YouTube won't let me say on freaking games where little kids are playing. That's just not cool, and it kind of screws up their childhood if it goes through. Just play, have fun, and stay safe. Don't give your account password to other people. Bye.